Welcome to the Community Difference Plano, powered by the Difference Media LLC,
and hosted by Nathan Smith with the Enfuego Group, and also sponsored by Jacqueline Kreider with PBJ Mortgage, Audra Hooper with Alloy Personal Training at the Glen Eagles in Plano and Castle Hills locations, Diane Castle with Castle to Castle, Tracy Duff with Assisted Living Locators, Megan Shaffer with the Hive of the Happily Insured, and by Jeannie Smith with Guardian Mortgage, a division of Sunflower Bank, N.A. The Community Difference Plano was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share inspirational stories, experiences, thoughts, and insights about being a professional, along with the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in very special ways. Because the Community Difference Plano starts now.
Good morning, Plano. It's 11:32 on a beautiful fall Wednesday morning. I think we're getting back into the actual fall feeling. It felt like a very mild summer for a couple days, which is, pretty normal for Texas. But welcome to the Community Difference Plano, episode 47, a podcast firmly rooted at the intersection of business development and community involvement. I am your host, Nathan Smith, with the Enfuego Group, where we specialize in guiding your personal finances to help you protect your income properly. At the Enfuego Group, we're passionate about financial freedom, so we invite you to join us on a mission to help you to live life on fire. Let's jump right in today. We are at our last Wednesday, our last episode of the month, talking about our December topic, transforming the sales cycle, leveraging social platforms to establish know, like, and trust component of building rapport. We're going to dive into that theme during our second segment. And then next week, we have a special Christmas episode that you're going to want to tune in or save to be able to watch at a time of your convenience. So we'll wrap up our topic this month with a really good conversation. In order to do that, I want to bring in our co-hosts. Now, we've got some new co-hosts that are going to join us today. May not be on the third week normally, but we want to bring them in. So we've got 4 co-hosts today and 2 amazing guests. So first of all, with the Hive of the Happily Insured, Megan Shaffer transitioned from a 13-year retail career to focus on her business, helping clients navigate insurance with ease. She's a proud mom to Caden, winner of the Spirit of the Race Award, and enjoys running, traveling, wine festivals, craft beer, and exploring new restaurants. Please welcome Megan Shaffer. Megan, good morning.
Good morning.
It's festive this morning.
Yes, I love the Grinch at Christmas time.
Yes.
So he's back there.
I remember that from our Thanksgiving show. Did you make it out to the what's the place? The farms?
The museum, Museum of Lights on the Farm at
That's
Heritage. Right. We actually are waiting until my sister comes in town from Pennsylvania for Christmas.
I think we might try to do that this week.
We have Superhero Days on the 27th. If anybody's missed it, but it's still ongoing. It's just they have a theme night on the 27th. So.
Oh, that's awesome! Well, very fun. Let's bring in your cohort here today, Audra Hooper with Alloy Personal Training. Audra helps busy individuals build healthy habits to lead joyful, empowered lives with expertise in strength training, nutrition, and wellness coaching. She's passionate about helping clients thrive, not just survive. Please welcome Audra Hooper.
Good morning.
Good morning. I think I'm the only one. I don't know why I didn't dress in red. I'll wear red for it's maroon. It's kind of red, I guess. I'll wear it for our Christmas special. I should have coordinated better. How are you doing?
Great. How are you?
It's a good time of the year. It's a wonderful time of the year. What are you most excited about coming up?
Oh, just time with family. Probably like everybody else, the little bit of a slowdown.
Shout out to you. You have a new what?
I have a new great nephew that I get to meet and snuggle over the holidays. I'm very excited.
That's amazing. How, like, brand new, like
3 months.
3 months. Okay. Well, that's exciting. And Audra's not going to talk about herself, but Audra's been doing shoe boxes for the homeless for about 15 years.
This was 10. This was 10.
Man, it feels longer. 10
I
years. So
know.
we right after you and I met 10 or whenever years ago, that was kind of the first thing we did. We got wine because you used to do wine sales. And then we had a big Christmas party with shoe boxes, and you've been doing it ever since. And it was actually the first time that was what led to the first date with my wife. So I guess I can thank you for that. So
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Matchmaker, shoebox extraordinaire.
When you serve other people, good things happen. So that's the lesson learned there. All right, let's bring in one of our new co-hosts. We're excited. We had her on the show as a guest. She was one of Meg's guests last month, and now she's joined in our efforts, and we're excited to have her. She's going to be on our 4th week starting in January. Suzanna Austin with Canine Results. From a stay-at-home mom to pet care business owner, Suzanna combines her passion for animals and community service. A former child advocate and educator, she values compassion, trust, and making a positive impact. In her free time, she enjoys historical fiction, sewing, and personal growth. 2 out of those 3 I also enjoy. I don't know about sewing, but please welcome to the show, Suzanna Austin. Susanna, we have you? We got you. Okay, good. We were having some technical issues in the pre-show, but I think we've ironed them out. So we're glad you're here. Tell us what you're excited about. What's going on with you? Uh-oh.
We're ready for the Christmas rush over.
Susanna, I'm gonna have to. Well, I think she said. I heard the word Christmas show. I think she's excited about the Christmas show coming up next week. We'll try to get her back on. I know there's nothing more frustrating than technology. I'm pretty good at technology, and I still get super frustrated at it. So try to have her figure that out. Lennon, just let me know if she's able to pop back in. And then also another new co-host with us. Cyndi is a seasoned respiratory therapist, transitioned into elder care, where she excels as sales and marketing manager. She's also active with the Collin County Veteran Coalition and community fundraisers like the North Texas Food Bank Murder Mystery Event. With a place at home, please welcome our new co-host, Cyndi Durrance. Cyndi, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good to have you here. Excited that you're now official with us. You've been kind of coming to all of our events and our trainings, and of course you were a guest last month, and now you're official. So it's good to have you here.
I'm official.
What are you most excited about that you have coming up?
Well, you mentioned it. The North Texas Food Bank Murder Mystery Fundraiser is Friday night at 6:30. We have our final dress rehearsal. Ride or die. How we get this done is tomorrow, and we're working out some kinks. But so far, we have almost 300 people coming. And we're really excited to do this. It just builds so much momentum for us, to get on stage and do this for such a worthy cause.
That's amazing. I hate to ruin it for everybody, but it was Colonel Mustard with the wrench in the library. That's who did it. Just go ahead and I'll save you. Go see the show, but I'm predicting that's how it's going to end. So I'm just putting that out there. Susanna, are you back? Are you better? We good? Maybe? Nope, still having issues. That's okay. Let's bring in our guest today before we go to our first commercial. Franklin Edwards with Franklin the Helper Children's Book. Franklin authored 15 Christian-based children's books, founded a publishing company to inspire young minds. He conducts school visits, workshops, and public speaking events, and others to write and publish their own stories. Please welcome our first guest, Franklin Edwards.
Hi.
Franklin, good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing today?
Good to have you back. We had you on about a year ago, and I'm glad Megan caught up with you. How did you guys get connected, you and Megan?
My mother, she attends a networking group every Tuesday morning at Hinder Smoke. Megan's part of that, and she's just such a great, nice person, and offered me an opportunity to come on the show. So thank you so much, Megan. It's been a pleasure knowing you and building that relationship with you.
Yes, I have 3 of his books, so.
There you go. You might be sharing another one coming up. We'll tease that in the WhatsApp segment. So we're excited to have you on. Love to hear your story. Love to hear as we get into the topic conversation as well. Real excited for you, Franklin. And last but not least, Mark Mathis Jr. with Ignite Health and Wellness. Mark is a sports-based chiropractor dedicated to helping athletes and active individuals enhance performance and maintain wellness through recovery and preventative care. Let's bring on Mark Mathis Jr.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you. It was great to meet you in person a couple of weeks ago. Glad to have you on the show. What are you excited about this holiday season? What's coming up for you?
Actually, this Saturday, there's an event that I'll have the opportunity to speak at for entrepreneurs and other professionals, and it's called the Hustle to Growth Summit, hosted by WJJ Brands. And essentially, it's everything, every resource made available, anything pertaining to business, including my segment, which kind of hits on the importance of prioritizing your health as far as your effectiveness in the business space. And so there's that, but otherwise just getting to see my mom next week. She's going to be coming down from Louisiana. So looking forward to seeing her and spending time with family.
Is she bringing that Louisiana cuisine with her?
She's not the cook in the family. My grandmother is. So,
okay.
But she's here.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah,
well,
absolutely.
as long as you're getting fed, that's the important thing.
Absolutely.
So, very good. We're glad to have you here. We're going to go to break. I want to bring you, one of the things we talk about is the community of Plano. We talk about that time, and we could go on for a whole show. When my wife and I moved here, we were looking for a place to attend church, and we found Gateway Plano. And so I want to bring in Pastor Rob Sumner here for just a second. And I'm just going to tease him. Pastor Rob, good morning. Tease him for the next segment, but I think you're muted. There we go.
There we go. Hey, what's going on? Hello, thank you.
Good to have you. When we come back from commercial, we're going to go to our What's Up Plano segment, and Pastor Rob's going to wrap that up with some exciting news, some things coming up in the Christmas season for Gateway Plano. So stick around. We'll be right back on the Community Difference Plano.
The Community Difference Plano was made possible by Nathan Smith with the Enfuego Group, Diane Castle with Castle to Castle, connecting charities to fundraising solutions, Tracy Duff with Assisted Living Locators, Jacqueline Kreider with PBJ Mortgage, Megan Shaffer with the Hive of the Happily Insured, Jeannie Smith with Guardian Mortgage, a division of Sunflower Bank, N.A., and by Audra Hooper with Alloy Personal Training at the Glen Eagles Plano and Castle Hills locations. The Community Difference Plano. Together, we can make the difference. And now, back to the show.
Are you ready?
Because it's time for
What's Up Plano?
What's Up Plano, brought to you by Love and War in Texas. Get ready to experience the true heart of Texas at Love and War in Texas in Plano. Savor authentic Texas cuisine, from barbecue and wild game to Gulf seafood, all while enjoying live music from some of the best Texas artists. Whether you're craving a taste of the Lone Star State or looking for a fun night out, this iconic spot has it all. Visit Love and War in Texas and discover why it's the perfect blend of Texas flavor and spirit. What's Up Plano, where we dive into everything that's happening that you need to know in and around the great city of excellence, Plano, Texas. Excited to have everyone here listening today. We spent a lot of time talking about some amazing Christmas events. We had the parade this past weekend in downtown, which was awesome. Thank you to Michelle Hawkins with Downtown Plano and our very own Diane, who were just really championing that. It was a great time. Hopefully we'll get some pictures to you guys, post them on the website and on the if you weren't there yourself. But it was a fantastic time. We've got another event. Our very own Shelby Williams, city councilman, has been on the show a number of times, is part of the Scrooge musical. They wrapped up in the Plano Theater this past weekend, and then starting today through the 22nd, which is Sunday, they're going to be at the Willow Bend Center of Arts, which is also in Plano. So go out. It's very affordable. Take the family. It's not, you're not getting dragged to the Nutcracker. It's actually really entertaining. So go ahead and see Scrooge the musical. Look for The Ghost of Christmas Present, which is played by City Councilman Shelby Williams, and I guarantee you will have a good time. As we get closer to 2025, I want to make just kind of put a plug out there for our Business Development Alliance meetings. We're shifting those to a learn segment. We've got some amazing business topics that we're going to be discussing and teaching, really kind of in line with what we talk about on the show. So as you're listening, and maybe you've even been a guest on, you want to continue those conversations and figure out how you can actually apply them to your business find the right people to bring into your network to really build that ecosystem of opportunity. These meetings, these events are going to be fantastic opportunities to grow your network. The Plano one is going to be at Leavenworth on the fourth Thursday in January, and we're going to go from 11:30 to 1. So you come out, eat your lunch. We're going to do a little bit of training, talking, have an opportunity to discuss as a group. It's an open invite for any business owner. We'd love to have you there and really grow and get to know you really well. All right. Speaking of open opportunities for new authors, seasoned authors, veteran authors, Franklin, you've got something exciting to share coming up here.
Oh, yes, sir. So here on January 18th, I'm having my first book fair, and it's going to be held at a homeless center, a homeless any. And we're looking at multiple authors, self-help authors, to children's book authors, to poetry, the shelter, some motivation, while at the same time, exposure versus me.
Franklin, I think you're kind of cutting out just a little bit. It is the day for technical issues, I guess. Is there like Aurora Borealis happening over us? Maybe not sweep south every once in a while, and then everything messes up. There we go. Are you back, Franklin?
Can you hear me?
A little bit better, yeah. So looking for multiple different types of authors. Did you say self-help, or what about like business people? Just any type of author?
Oh, yeah. So self-help, business authors, because there's a lot of children in the homeless shelter, just to give the people living there some encouragement, while also at the same time okay, the author's books and what they've written, and just trying to get them that exposure as well.
So if somebody wanted to sign up to be there as an author, what would they do?
So you go to info@franklinthehelper.com to inquire.
info@franklinthehelper.com to inquire. Okay, perfect. Well, that sounds very exciting. So this is your first one, and you have kind of an idea how many authors you have that are going to be out there?
Yes, right now we have 10, and the goal is to get to 20.
And throw that up there one more time, Lyndon, so we can get the location, if you would. And that's going to be this Sunday, correct? Today, the 18th. I forgot what day it was.
January 18th.
January. All right, sorry. So a month from today, January 18th. So you got time. Sign up, info@franklinthehelper.com, and then make sure you come out and get to meet Franklin. Probably bring your kids. If you're already reading the books, I know they probably like to meet Franklin. So, Franklin, you've got some exciting things personally coming up, talking about new books. So rather than have you talk about yourself, I'm going to have Megan talk about you, because I know that's it's good to hear from somebody else. Megan, take it away.
Yeah, and I wanted to, our Jacqueline Kreider is going to be in the book fair with her new book with PB&J Mortgage. So I think that's pretty cool that she got connected with him to be able to travel with that. Now, his book, Angels Disguised as Humans, just launched December 2 weeks ago. This book is good for like 16 plus. It's an easy read. All his books are easy read, but what's really nice about it is it's kind of bringing the spirit right now for sure when people feel that feeling of a loneliness. This book talks about, you're not being alone. It's a blend of spiritual wisdom with practical insights, life lessons for forgiveness, pain, self-worth, love. So I'm excited to read it. Like I said, I have a few of his books that I read to Caden, and some poems are in that book, which he has a beautiful poem book out. All his books are $10 right now too, so they make great Christmas gifts on his website, Franklin the Helper, and then you can also get them on Amazon. So I'm excited about your new book, Franklin.
Well, Franklin, we're excited. I think you're on mute. We're excited that you're here. We're excited that you're able to do that, and love the work that you're doing with kids. And obviously, it looks like you're kind of expanding the age range, and I can't wait to get my hands on a copy of that book. So, Megan, thank you. Franklin, thank you. As we wrap up, I'm going to bring in Pastor Rob Sumner, the associate pastor of Gateway. Let's talk about, we've got a candlelight service coming up this week. Just give us the details of that. We'll start there.
Absolutely. So we have a 9 and 11 o'clock service. It's a season celebration of the birth of Jesus. We're located on 2801 East President Bush Highway, right on the corner of Jupiter and that. And so it's going to have a special message from Max Lucado. We've got special musical performances from Stephen Curtis Chapman, Johnny Swim, and our very own Rebecca Hart. And then the grand finale we do, even the kids love this, under parent supervision. We do a candlelight lighting at the end, and it is always a crowd favorite. We just have a great time celebrating the birth of Christ and celebrating each other.
Nothing has burned down yet, so we're good.
Not yet.
The firefighters are standing by just in case. So that's this Sunday, 9 and 11 a.m., December 22nd. Pastor Rob, what is your message to those in the community that may not have a home church or a candlelight service to attend this Christmas season?
Well, it's pretty understandable that this and Easter are the seasons where people will come to church. And for those who do, an invitation is the key. And for those who don't have a place, then what a great opportunity to come and celebrate the birth of Christ and be around some people and do it together. There's something beautiful about doing that in community. And the thing I love about our campus, it's very diverse. So no matter what background you come from, where you have originated from, this is a great location to come and celebrate Christ together.
If people are looking to get involved with a church in 2025, specifically Gateway, what would the process be? What should they do first? I mean, obviously come and meet some people, but what?
Yeah, first and foremost, come on out. We will be changing to a one service. That'll be a 10:30 service starting in January. But another way to get started, even right now, is to just text PLN to 71010. PLN to 71010, and that'll get you information, updates on everything going on and all the opportunities that we have to get involved, even in outreach events that'll be going on in our community. And then the other thing is you can go to gatewaypeople.com and you can look for Plano campus, and there'll be a list of opportunities that way as well.
Well, I love that. And lastly here, before we wrap up, what is your vision for Gateway Plano and more importantly, its presence in kind of the East Plano community for 2025?
Well, hey, we love the Plano area and the North Dallas area. It is such a diverse area. I love the expression that when you walk into our lobby. And so one of our mottos is to love God, love people, and be the best local church we can be. And that isn't a competitive challenge. What that is we want people to come and have the best experience with Christ that they can. And that means in the walls, but even with outreach, going outside the walls and being involved, whether it's social media or opportunities to serve in communities locally.
Well, Pastor Rob, I appreciate it. We've been passing out these like crazy, trying to get some people there along with the Smith clan. And so look forward to that experience. And of course, we invite you to come out, find me. I'll be at the 9 o'clock. That way, try to get up early. Talk. I'm looking forward to the 10:30. Honestly, 9 o'clock's tough, but we make it work. But come see us. We'll be out there 9/11 this Sunday. Phenomenal candlelight service and just a good way to usher in really the finality of the Christmas season. So, Pastor Rob, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody else. When we come back, how to shorten the sales cycle, how to use social platforms to build that know, like, and trust rapport that is necessary to get the results we want. So stick around. We'll be right back.
At the Community Difference Business Development Alliance, powered by the Difference Media, LLC, our mission is to empower small business owners by transcending acceptable behaviors and outcomes into exceptional realms. We foster a culture of self-awareness, accountability, and proactive engagement, guiding individuals to recognize and overcome indifference towards transformative actions, habits, behaviors, and processes driving meaningful change. Through strategic networking, impactful content creation, and innovative top-of-mind strategies, we cultivate brand relevance and differentiation, enabling our partners and the Difference community to stand out in crowded markets. With a focus on building authentic connections, amplifying brand presence, and driving sustainable growth, we equip entrepreneurs with the tools and mindset to navigate the complexities of entrepreneurship with confidence, innovation, and resilience. Together, we aim to be the catalyst for difference makers, propelling them towards their highest potential and leaving a lasting impact on their businesses and communities. That's where our community podcasts come in. These podcasts lie directly at the intersection of innovative business development and community involvement, helping to bridge the gap between small business obscurity often seen in our communities. The community-based podcasts called the Community Difference Series are an integral part of integrating all facets of modern business development into a package of great content, positive impact branding, and top-of-mind presence, thus fulfilling the greater mission we set forth. When we set out to be difference makers, we can learn to make a difference and find the success and impact innately desired by all business owners and entrepreneurs. We are difference makers.
Well, welcome back. Transforming the sales cycle, leveraging social platforms to establish know, like, and trust. The know, like, and trust component of building rapport. And the key part of that, and this is what we've really focused on the first 2 weeks, is the power of social media to shorten the sales cycle, right? Sales cycle, of course, everybody, you have to find leads, you have to qualify them, you have to pitch them, you have to go through everything until the sale is closed. Of course, that transitions into the larger revenue cycle. And there's been a lot of, I don't know if tactics is the right word, but a lot of ways that all of our individual industries have worked through that in their history, right? I'll use, in the health insurance industry, it's for years has started with cold calling, in-person consultations. And that, as we all know, whether we're doing that, that kind of spreads to other industries too. That's time consuming. The number, the conversion rate is not as good. And so I think from a practical standpoint, as you're listening to this, our audience and each of us individually, the pain point is how do we figure out to use this giant, behemoth of social media, social platforms to our advantage to do, all the things that we have to try to do, building rapport kind of the old-fashioned way. And the great news is there's a lot of opportunities to do that. And so I want to start by just kind of opening it up to anybody specifically. What are some areas, we talk about things like, shorts and reels, engaging through stories, spotlighting other people, other businesses. Anytime you take the focus off of yourself, certainly that builds an authenticity in you and your brand. Doing that through sharing success stories, etc. But what are you guys finding in your business that's helping shorten the sales cycle? Getting those leads, converting them, that you're doing that, like, this is working. Or the other side of that is, what are you wanting to implement that you think that will work based on that? I'll just open that up to anybody. And if I don't hear anybody, I'm gonna call on somebody. So just know you can't hide.
I think we're still trying to figure that out. We're in a I like to tease my team and tell them that I don't understand all this stuff yet they have to be patient with me because I'm from the 1900s. So I don't understand everything yet. We're still trying to get our arms around it. So I think I was looking forward to this episode because I wanted to hear everybody else's input so that I could learn more.
Well, yeah, in the pet care world, it's traditionally kind of an in-person thing, right? In-person tours. This is kind of like the strategies. And you guys are, kind of I love the luxury resort. I love that phrasing. That's awesome. I wonder if I hope they feel special when they come in there.
I think they do.
Traditionally, it's kind of started with in-person tours. People will call in asking questions. You do a lot of local advertising. That can take time to build trust. And it's not that we stop all that together, because there is a conversion rate to that. And certainly you got to start somewhere. But, one of the things that's happening now that's trending in the social world is kind of this day-to-day, day-in-the-life, day-to-day operations. And so, one of the things that I was thinking as I was preparing for you guys is just kind of showing a day-to-day operations behind the scenes, what's happening at Canine Resort. And right there, when you're projecting that out towards social media, you're going to start catching the eyes of people that may not even know you were there, don't know that their pet needs a canine resort. A lot of opportunities. Other things would be highlighting different pets that come in, celebrating, birthdays. I know some people celebrate their pets' birthdays. Don't get upset about that. And
we do.
yeah, that's good. I think you should. Do y'all dress them up like with the hat? I think that would be really cute if we did that.
The ones who will let us, we do. Usually it's a scarf or letting everybody know that it's their birthday, but not all of our guests enjoy a hat.
Yeah. Well, there's tremendous opportunity. Lyndon from the background, he has an idea for you. I think it will be helpful.
So, Suzanna, I got to thinking about what you're doing, and of course, I'm a dog lover, and not everybody is, but ones that are, and that's, if you look at what goes on social media, there's a lot of dog videos and everything like that. And so one thing that I would think was, just for my background, for people to know why I'm suggesting this, is business development is my career. I made a career of doing that. So if I owned your resort, one of the things that I think would be great is I would take a dog that you have, and I would get some people that have love to have fun, and I would have your dog interview the other dogs. You just do the voiceovers in the background, and every week, every day, whatever you want to do, he's interviewing a new dog that's coming to your resort, and he's asking that dog questions, and that dog's giving answers about why they love canine resorts. I think people would absolutely eat it up.
That's awesome. You think Widow is down for that, Meg?
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'll be the voice backup.
Yeah. You have plenty of voice actors here. We could all voice a dog at some point if we need to. That's a great idea. But that just shows really the creativity and possibility of what the social platforms offer. Mark, for you, chiropractic services, typically they kind of begin with the referral, which is fine from a healthcare provider or maybe somebody that you've already helped. You do the in-office consultations. Sometimes that can be a long turnover to convert leads. What are some things that you guys have attempted or trying, or would or you think might work? Right? Talk to us. Either approach it from things that you're doing or things that or Suzanna's case where you like to learn potential opportunities.
Yeah. So in our experience, we've been open 4.5 years now, and we actually have an advantage because we're in a gym setting. So nice. You naturally get to develop these relationships with the gym owners, the trainers within the space, and just different people that come through the doors. And so a big thing for me, just being sociable, is just forming connections. And I heard someone say that you are the brand. It's not so much your company, it's you as the person. And essentially that's what people tend to lean towards. And so I found that just what we're talking about, building that like, that know, that trust, having interactions with people, that develops a relationship in such a way that they want to buy into your services. But essentially what we're trying to communicate as well is that you're investing in yourself. And so there's that aspect. But then if we're talking about social media specifically, it's looking into people who are, in a sense, they're a reflection of what your brand represents as well. You have like similar core values, and you interact with those people. You like their posts, you comment, you engage with them, and then you just see how you can build the relationship with these people. And then maybe, because let's just say they have a high following, they're trusted sources in their own lane. And so if you all can promote one another on each other's platform because they're trusted by their followers already, that can help draw attention to your page. And then also, even though they have a high following, there may be someone that follows you that may not know about them. And so this gets them exposure as well, and their brand can continue to grow also.
Yeah, and you hit on something, because trust is really the key, because unless you're going through the McDonald's drive-thru, most transactions that you do in life have, especially larger purchases, anything to do with health, there has to be a trust behind it. And so that's an element that we can't bypass. And so the whole point of the topic here is how do you shorten that process where you build real trust and authenticity without having to go the longer route of, individual one-on-one meeting all the time. And being in that environment, I think, is really good because I think it's certainly unique to the chiropractic world. You do a lot of athletes, right? You said you train a lot of athletes, help a lot of athletes. Have you considered doing like a spotlight on a particular athlete as part of a social media package? Because showing, the successes that they've had is obviously other athletes are going to see that and be, okay, well, that's kind of my similarity, my story too. And that might be a way of bridging that gap, shortening that time frame.
Yeah, no, that's a great question and a great point. I would definitely say that relatability is what helps people connect the most with your content when they can see someone that has or is going through something similar to them, but they're also recovering through the process. And to that point, we've highlighted trainers or coaches in different realms because these are the people who are providing the service to their clients. That's a really great market, so to speak, for us treating trainers because they're the ones that are promoting the health and the wellness and the recovery. And so if they see that they're practicing what they preach, then they're more likely to be less hesitant, to buy in, so to speak, and invest in themselves in that way also.
Yeah, I'll jump in here for a second because I followed Mark or Dr. Mathis on Instagram for quite a while, and they do an excellent job at, I've gone on and seen they do not just client testimonials, but education pieces that are nice and short, but what are common myths and misconceptions that people have? And that's really relatable because a lot of us are on a false train of thought or have false beliefs about chiropractic or our bodies, or I'm just going to live with this pain forever. It's never going to go away. And they do a great job of not only educating, but making you feel like you know them. And that builds so much trust. I feel like I know him even before I went in to see him, So you guys have done an excellent job with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, Franklin, I want to talk to you for a second because, in the publishing world, there's a lot of face-to-face that promoting yourself relies on a lot of face-to-face networking, word of mouth. These can kind of be time sensitive, right? Trying to launch a book or how many books do you have now? You're muted, I think. You're on mute. There you go.
I have 16 books.
So everything, you're trying to launch a book, you've got certain limited time, you're going out, promoting the book, meeting people face to face, trying to qualify, the right markets that you want to buy your books. Obviously, a lot of children at this point, but beyond that, you're in the generation that is all about social media, born into social media. I was kind of on the edge of that, right? So, what are some things that you're doing beyond just kind of the traditional marketing methods that you're seeing work in the social media realm that is allowing you to trust and familiarity without kind of going down the normal author route? Because you've obviously had a lot of success early on as a young author.
Oh yeah. For me, my number one source for outside of in-person sales is TikTok. Like I have 4 of my books on the TikTok shop, and TikTok is such an amazing way to get in front of people who never heard of you, don't know you, all over the country. Depending on how you can work the algorithm, and they can, as they're watching your video, they can purchase your product right then and there. So I utilize TikTok because another thing about it is people love authenticity on TikTok. So you don't really need a professional camera, professional setup to make a video that reaches and touches a lot of people. People like the simple in your room, recording on your phone, straight to the point, 30-second videos, almost like you're giving elevator speeches on every video, explaining your book, explaining your product, whatever it may be. And that's how I generate a lot of sales and get a lot of interaction through social media, the TikTok shop, for sure.
So are a lot of those videos and snippets, are they all about the book specifically, or are there some things about you? Like, how are you're obviously building a level of trust. And I think I think the younger generation trusts easier than maybe my generation and beyond. I don't know if that's good or bad, but how do you feel like your content is out, building trust immediately where they're purchasing? I mean, because you talk about shortening the sales cycle, like it's done, bam, there you go. What specifically is, I guess, is what we're asking.
So, okay, yeah. So I post basically everything that has to do with my day-to-day life within authorship. I post on TikTok. So every time I do a school visit, like I asked the principal, like, is it okay if I record so I can post it and make a video of, hey, I'm at this school, I'm out in the community. Every time I'm trying to sell you a book on TikTok, I'm posting like, hey, my name, I have a little, I forgot what it's called, but my intro is I basically say, hey, I'll get your favorite author here. This is my book, Be Grateful. Like, kids learn to be grateful because Christmas is coming up and they're grateful for what they have. So anytime I'm promoting a book, anytime I'm out at a farmer's market or a vendor event selling a book, I try to get the reaction from the customers who already purchased. I use that as content and really build that rapport, like you said, quickly, because the videos have to be short to keep people's attention. So that's kind of how I do it.
Yeah.
I just post in the life of an author.
Well, and you're obviously doing a lot of things that other authors are not doing. I'm going to open that up to the larger audience here. What are some things that you guys are doing that you feel like your competitors are not doing? Or, we're here to learn too. So if you say, I don't know, I need some suggestions, ideas, certainly don't feel afraid to ask that as well.
Well, I know. Oh, go ahead, Cyndi. Go ahead.
No, what I was going to say was, I am new to the social media platform of posting, about your work, what you're doing, how you're doing it. That's also new to me. But one thing, I got baptized in fire at a place at home Christmas party. We had no one to take pictures, no one to take videos. So I'm like, I can do that. So we took pictures of everyone saying, hey, Merry Christmas, waving in the air, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. And then I went around and I asked each caregiver that was present, what do you like about a place at home? In other words, why are you still here? Is what the question really was. And I went around to all 18 caregivers and they gave me a little snippet of why they like working for us. And I haven't seen any of my competitors do this, but we put it down in short snippet videos. And now I will be able to take it around to my referral sources and say, hey, guess, I need you to see this. This is going to be great. This is really sets us apart and it just makes me feel good about what we do. And I can show that to them.
Well,
I can start it off with the Merry Christmas. Hey, everybody, Merry Christmas, hello, and then follow it up with that. And I don't know of anybody in my field right now that's doing that. So I thought it was a good idea.
Well, that sounds, and that's about your business, your company. And I think that's a great idea. I would also say, for you, you're a place at home is your business, but you are your brand. And so one of the things that you're involved with is the Collin County Veteran Coalition. So I would make sure that you're posting about your work there, not as a look what I've done kind of thing, but just showing the value of what they're doing and the charity involvement, because that speaks to who you are. And that's going to veterans, obviously, as you know, that's probably why you are part of them, are one of the unfortunately worst treated in the healthcare world, have a lot of mental health issues, elder care issues. And so I'm sure that's a lot of reason why you're involved. But seeing that is going to build a level of familiarity and trust with you that, frankly, a lot of people don't have.
Well, for me, I just thought, yes, the other charities, but also I really thought it was very personal that these people get put a face with the name of who takes care of the people that they love, and it gives them a personal feeling like, oh wow, like I might know them.
Cyndi, I love the authenticity of that. I think people are craving authentic connections online. So even like Franklin was saying, it doesn't have to be this curated content. Just share live your life and share a little on social media instead of living your life on social media. There's a big difference. I think people just enjoy that little glimpse into your real life and who you authentically are and what you're doing. And it doesn't have to be perfect and polished.
Yeah, and I know I worked with Ethan on Audra had mentioned education videos that she saw Mark posting by following him. And I think that is something that's really important because there's different ways to maximize your dollar in the health insurance world. It's different resources and knowing that, and you really don't know that till you find out, later on. So I have those videos coming. So that's something to look forward to for 2025 for me is the education videos. I think the other thing is just like authenticity. Like people just want to see and get to know you as an actual person because my Facebook reviews, people are reaching out because they see other people, what they're saying about me, their experience, but they also want to see you. My personal page is about me and my family and how if I'm a family person, I like to help families, or I'm mom, I'm relatable. I'm a dog person, I'm relatable to Suzanna. So I think just literally seeing the fact that you're a real person, it goes a long ways. And being authentic, like Franklin said on TikTok, you don't have to have this master camera. Just when you think of it, go. Look up your national holidays, national days. That's what I used to do when I would be consistent about posting. It's National Oreo Day, so post something about Oreos. Have fun with it,
Well, guys, and I agree. We're going to wrap up this segment, and I want to just leave you with this as we kind of wrap up the topic too. There's no getting by building rapport with your clients, right? For 99% of the time. And so, you can continue to kind of operate in antiquated ways that have a lot longer lead time, turnover time, et cetera. Or you can start taking some of the examples, think creatively outside the box. Go back and listen not only to this segment, but our previous episodes. And come out and meet us at a business development alliance. Ask some questions. We'd love to help you get on the right track or hear some great ideas of what's working in your business. So when we come back, we're going to dive in with our guest and our new co-host, talking about their personal and professional journeys, emphasizing their role in the community and how that's impacted them positively. Stick around. We'll be right back.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible. At Fireboss Realty, we believe life is about relationships, and everything else is just details. Whether you're buying or selling, Scott and Amy Johnson are here to understand your family's unique needs and deliver expert guidance on the North Texas real estate market. With a reputation for integrity and personalized service, Fireboss Realty makes your home journey stress-free and successful. Ready to make your move? Visit firebossrealty.com and let's ignite your real estate dreams.
Everyone deserves access to affordable health insurance, but with traditional insurance, costs can be high and getting coverage can be complicated. JP Direct Health is a simpler, more affordable way to get the health coverage you need. With plans for individuals, families, and small businesses, you can save money on monthly premiums without the need for physicals. At jpdirecthealth.com, we specialize in customizing coverage to fit almost every budget with affordable PPO plans and many other benefits. With over 100 5-star Google reviews, JP Direct Health is a trusted resource making health insurance affordable and accessible for everyone year-round. Affordable health insurance solutions are a proactive protection, not a reactive solution. Visit jpdirecthealth.com today and see how much you can save.
I'm always here to help. Thank you.
Are you or someone you know pregnant or planning to conceive? Caitlin Smith is both a certified childbirth doula and instructor offering childbirth classes to couples wanting an unmedicated, physiological birth outside of the hospital setting. Caitlin has served the local community since 2021 and specializes in working closely with midwives, all while best supporting a mother's physical body, her partner, and the birth environment. You can contact Caitlin through Instagram at thismamadoula or email her at caitlinsmithdoula@gmail.com to learn more about childbirth classes or her doula services.
Are you looking to buy a home? The process can be daunting, but it doesn't have to be. With the help of a qualified loan officer like Paul Fisher, you can get the financing you need and get into your dream home. Paul Fisher, a direct local lender with Certainty Home Lending, has many years of experience helping people buy homes. He's knowledgeable, experienced, and he'll work with you to find the best loan for your needs. Contact Paul Fisher today to get started on your home buying journey. He'll help you every step of the way, so you can relax and focus on finding your dream home. Visit www.loansbyfisher.com or call 817-308-7361 to schedule a consultation with Paul. MLS number 2018111.
Now back to the show.
Welcome back. We're going to jump right in here to make sure we get to everybody that we want to talk to. Franklin, I want to start with you. Talk about some of your role in the community, the way that you've been involved. Obviously, your specific business as an author has a certain genuine impact. It kind of embeds itself within the community, but some specific things that you're involved in. How has that shaped your journey, or how has that inspired you to end up doing what you're doing? And furthermore, how are you seeing that help your business grow and prosper? Did we lose Franklin? Can y'all hear me okay? Yes? Okay. I think Franklin we might have lost his audio. Let's go to Mark in the meantime. Mark, same question to you. I think you're muted right now. What you're doing in the community, your involvement, how have you seen that help your business grow, and why is that relationship with the community as a business owner so important?
Yeah, for us, it's mostly education. And so taking opportunities to hold talks, clinics, whichever it may be, which is actually how I got connected with Audra, is going into certain spaces and educating, because at the end of the day, it's about the people that we're serving. How can we be of service to you? How can we be a resource? And, we may not get everyone, to sign up as a patient, but that's not the main goal anyway. If you reach one, that can go a long way, honestly. But ultimately, at the end of the day, just to know that we've been able to educate on matters that is probably not common knowledge, that's been really rewarding. And even just going into those spaces, you will get people who want to come in and get treated. And then they continue to refer people to you, their friends, their family, and so forth. And so, it's been really helpful. And then also, we've even gone to our alma mater, Parker University. We've spoken there, just educating those students on things that they may not get in that school setting. And it's helping pretty much just set them up, for success and sharing certain bits of information and knowledge and our personal experience in a lot of work. So,
why do you think it's so important to be doing those things in the community? Why is that such a positive for not only your business but for the relationships?
I would say it's important because, we're here to serve a purpose. If you don't keep a sense of purpose in mind, if I only focused on treating, then I may get burnt out. And so keeping a sense of purpose, forming these connections, building these relationships, and educating, adding that value, that helps keep that passion, that drive. And it just lets me know that it lets me and the people that I'm serving know that it's not about collecting money. It's about, once again, adding value, being of service to those in front of me. So
I love that. Suzanna, to you, you guys obviously are involved in the community a lot. You came from the child advocacy in a number of different fronts, and so that's a huge undertaking as you kind of transition into a different career. But what are some things that you guys are still doing, and how are you seeing that bring you to the point where you are now, and how's that affecting your business journey moving forward?
Well, we've supported a lot of different community events. We were actually just at a Santa Claus event last week. We're going to be at another one this week. But we've also partnered with a couple of different rescues, and we've kind of served as an emergency shelter for dogs who are coming out of the animal shelter, local animal shelters who may be on the EU lists, and maybe some of these rescues don't have a an immediate foster or a forever home available to these puppies. So we've gone ahead and brought them in, and it's served as both, selfishly for us, it's served as a way to help train some of our new techs, because they've got the animals there. When we were newly opened and we didn't have a huge clientele, we still don't really have a huge clientele that we're still working on, but we've actually been able to use them to help train and have hands-on and learn how to deal with the different animal behaviors. And also at the same time, we've been able to, love on these puppies the way that they deserve to.
Well, I know you won't have any arguments from Lyndon on that. So, Cyndi, to you, I got a few minutes here before we go to our last segment. We talked a little bit about what you're involved in with the veterans, but just in general, I think even as not a business owner, like if you're not a business owner, which most of our audience is, but even if you're not, being involved in your community is kind of like a human necessity, right? You see people that are distanced and detached, and kind of the mental health issues that leads to. But as a business owner, it's even more important, because again, it's maybe a little.
You're frozen.
Longer turnaround building no like and trust than the social media world. I was just saying it's pretty important in the social media world, but how does that work for you as far as your community involvement? So I think it's cut out for a second.
Well, I think people lead by example. I came from a family of community-oriented community service. My mother was the precinct judge at the Oakland United Methodist Church voting pool for like 35 years. When it comes to the military, I come from a military family, and they're all in service. My grandmothers worked for the Red Cross. It was just it's part of my DNA, part of it is. And, I work very closely with my business owners in the community. And one of the things that really, the need that is out there just pulls at you. It can't help but just pull at you. My involvement with the North Texas Food Bank, I want to make sure everybody gets at least 2 or 3 hot meals a day. And when it comes to the veteran, that really pulls at my heartstrings. And for instance, I called my contact at the VA, and I told him there's a gentleman at the hospital. He has no ID. He's alcoholic, mental illness. He lives in a hotel. How can we help him? Things like that. That is what it's done for me. And who I make contacts with helps me help other people. And coming from a military family, I always saw how people were taken care of. I never saw the people fall through the cracks until I got to be an adult. And then that crack is like the Grand Canyon. It's huge. People are falling through it all the time. And just going to the individual and meeting their needs, volunteering, meeting people in the community that you find are of like minds. You're of like minds.
Yeah.
How do you do that? No. So that is also important. And then that also, all of a sudden, your tribe keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can have a greater impact. That's how I see it.
Well, you can certainly see how that's led you to where you are today, which I think is very important. So thank you guys very much. Hopefully, I don't know, we lost Franklin. Maybe we'll get him back for our last segment, but we're certainly glad to have him here. When we come back, what's the difference? We're going to be asking some key questions that'll kind of harken back to our topic. What's the difference between two certain things? We're going to get quick answers from our co-host and our guests. It'll be kind of like a game show, right? So stick around. We'll be right back as we wrap up the show.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
Total Care Emergency Room now has 9 locations in the DFW Metroplex. With no appointment needed, our incredible staff will get you checked in with no wait times. Our 5-star facility is open and fully staffed 24/7. We offer extensive treatment options for patients of all ages, providing on-site labs and imaging equipment, including CT, X-ray, and ultrasound, allowing us to provide fast, convenient care for our community. Total Care ER is your neighborhood emergency room. totalcare.us.
Unwanted pests in your home can be stressful. From creepy crawlies to critters under the floorboards, they disrupt your peace of mind. But don't worry. All Pest Solutions is here to help. We offer a comprehensive range of safe and effective pest control solutions. We target all types of pests, big or small, including insects, rodents, and wildlife. All Pest Solutions, your local experts for a pest-free home. Breathe easy and enjoy your life again. Call today for a free quote. 972-442-1169 or email us at customerservice@allpestsolutions.com.
To belong is one of our most basic human needs. Best Buddies International is the world's largest organization dedicated to ending the social isolation of 200 million individuals who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. We focus on meaningful one-to-one friendships, integrated employment, leadership development, and inclusive living. You have the power to make an impact, create change, and champion our mission of inclusion today.
We are Cloud Staff, enabling remarkable growth for businesses everywhere with our pioneering enterprise-grade remote work solutions. We are on a mission to help business owners scale while reducing costs by matching you with an amazing staff, mobilizing your team, and helping manage business performance, making us the #1 workplace as remote work gets done. Connect with us to access the world's top talent and discover how we can enable remarkable growth for your business.
And now, back to the show.
And now it's time for What's the Difference?
Nathan, are you there?
There he is.
Nathan, are you there?
I am there now.
You're freezing up.
Okay. Yeah, what's the difference as we wrap up the show here? What we're going to do, I'm going to ask the question, what's the difference between two things? Make sure you're giving me the answer. Things like that. Okay. Quick, we're going to like a game show style. Let's start out right off that difference between a social media presence and creating a community. What's the difference between creating a social media presence, creating a unity? We'll start with Cyndi.
A presence versus involvement. You can have a presence without involvement, and I think that's the difference.
I love that. Mark.
Social media presence, basically, I mean, people are familiar with your name, but they don't really know you. People really get to know and connect with you as far as like actually being in the community.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, presence is obviously, yeah, like what Mark said, it's being there, but being involved is actually doing the action. So to me, it's either be seen or be doing it.
Audra, what about for you?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what they say. I think some people start with a presence and it's all output. I'm going to tell you what I do. I'm going to give you information, but community is a place that we connect with others. So unless people are interacting with each other and you're interacting with them, you don't really have a community. You have a platform.
I completely agree. Susanna.
Social media presence, I think, can just be one-sided. I think if you're, I think there's a way to engage where you're kind of creating culture. So it's kind of the difference there.
And what about you, Franklin?
Personally, I think a social media presence is all created online and community is created offline.
Yeah, I think you guys all really hit on it. Social media presence revolves around self-promotion and content distribution. A community fosters engagement, collaboration, and mutual growth, giving people a reason to return and participate actively. So we want to try to get to another one. I know we're having some lag issues here, so I apologize for that. But thank you guys so much for being on today. Mark, specifically Franklin. Welcome to our new co-hosts, Suzanna and Cyndi. Thank you, as always, to Audra. And we will be we're going to record our Christmas special, and then it'll be ready for next Wednesday on Christmas Day. So mark your calendars. Thank you, guys, as we wrap up today's show. What a great topic. Y'all have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching today's show.
The Community Difference Plano was made possible by Nathan Smith with the Enfuego Group, Diane Castle with Castle to Castle, connecting charities to fundraising solutions, Tracy Duff with Assisted Living Locators, Jacqueline Kreider with PBJ Mortgage, Megan Shaffer with the Hive of the Happily Insured, Jeannie Smith with Guardian Mortgage, a division of Sunflower Bank, N.A. And by Audra Hooper with Alloy Personal Training at the Gleneagles Plano and Castle Hills locations. The Community Difference Plano. Together, we can make the difference.